Hello, and today I'm going to be making a bee tag. So I'm using acrylic paints and stamps from Indigo Blue. So we're using a background and then we're going to make a bee with Duralar wet media film. Okay, so I'll get on with it. So for the start with, I've already gessoed a tag with white G-Good from Indigo Blue, and then I'm going to cover it with a base colour of Townhouse Teal. Okay, so I'll put a little bit on my mat, add a little water and wet it down so it's nice and runny, and then we're going to go in one direction. So I'm going to go vertically down in one direction. There we go. And I'm just going to dry it quickly. And then I'm going to go perpendicular to that. Okay, and then go across, get some more colour. And as you can see, some of it wasn't quite dry, and I've ended up with patches which will give me a distressed look as well, so don't worry too much about that. Okay, and then while I'm cleaning up that needs to dry. Okay, so I'll clean that up. Okay, so that's drying off nicely. Okay, and just as soon as it stops going shiny, you're ready to work on to the next layer. Okay, which I'm using medium beige, which is from the portrait collection. It works so well with the teal. So clean my brush off and add a little bit to my mat. Okay, and I'm going to stamp with this to give a bit of colour. So I'm using the collection edition of stamps, and for this one I'm using the numbers, which is this one. And I'm putting it on one of the Slim Jims at one end. This is a trick, or this is a tip that I learned from Andy Skinner, is if you use a long acrylic block, then if you use it at one end, and then you have loads of control on it. So I'll move that out of the way. So I'm going to pick it up. As you can tell, I can tell which is my letters are up, so I've put an arrow so they're in the right direction. So I'm going to stamp first generation and second generation, and pick up a bit more paint, and then random across the board. That one there. And then last bit. Okay, and I'll put that water in immediately in water to keep it, stop the spoiling the stamp. Okay, then I'm just going to dry this. Okay. You can see the layers are building up slowly. Okay. And when that's dry, which is now dry, I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. I'm going to flick it onto my tag, like so. And then I'm going to use a bit of kitchen towel, just dap it. So you see you're getting the little splodges on there, and some of the colour's been left and some of the colour's been taken out. So I'll just do that again. And this time I want to keep those like that so you can see the colour through. So let's dry those off. Again, I'll be cleaning up while I'm doing that. Okay, so while they're drying off, I'm going to get the next layer out, which is going to be using hot cocoa and a little of the porcelain portrait paints, and I'm going to mix them together just to give a different shade. So a little bit of the hot cocoa, and mix those together, and then I'm going to be stamping with those. So this time I'm going to be using the script stamp from the collector's edition. I'm going to spit it out today, and then I'm going to put that onto my acrylic block. Again, I'll put an arrow so I know which way is up, and then press into there and stamp first, second generation, and again, if it's not quite dry in places, don't worry too much about it, because again, it's all adds to the textures. So a bit down there. Okay, and then that one, and again I'm going to put that in water, so stop the paint drying on it. Okay, so that is virtually dry now. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit more hot cocoa to the paint mix, and I'm going to stamp one of the new ones, which is the compass stamp. Again, I'm going to put it on the acrylic block. Okay, and this time, as you notice, I know that side is north, so I'm going to stamp it in that direction. So I'm going to pick up some of this, and I'm just going to go around the outside. So I'm going to put a little bit there, and one down on this side, and then overlapping the stamping I've already done, and I'm going to put one there, and there, okay, right there. I think that's sufficient. Again, I'm going to put that into water and clean it off later, and I'm going to just wipe this off for the minute. Okay, and I'm going to be using some of the porcelain paint on its own, and I'm going to mix it with a fair amount of water, and I'm going to give it a wash throughout. So any bits that haven't been, again you can see one or two things that haven't dried, just dab those off. Okay, and then I'm going to give the whole thing, tag a wash. Okay, I should have actually dried that first. Let's try that. Don't make a mistake like that, don't worry, just try that. Dab. Okay, just fully dry the paint first. That's why it's important. But again, that mistake is quite good actually, because it's taken off some of the paint. So I might do that for the others. Okay. So you never make a mistake. You always create opportunities, and that's a perfect opportunity. So that looks distress without me actually doing much about it. So I'll just take that just like that. Just make sure that's in. Okay, add some water to this again. The reason why I'm doing this is it just knocks the colour back. So you can do it with white, but I'm using the porcelain because it's quite a very light colour. You can see. And I'm not being very careful, I'm just slapping it on. I'm going to dry. It doesn't matter if it's a patchy, because that'll give you a distressed look. So, now, tag base is nearly finished, so it doesn't take long at all. And then we'll just add more paint on as it dries. And so they've got patches. There's a few splatters. That's it. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave that to dry, and then while that's drying, we're going to do the bee. So I'll move that to one side. and clear it. There we go. Okay, we're going to do the base. So I'm using, although you can actually see it, that's a sheet of wet Duralar, and then I'm going to stamp the bee with Stays On. So I get a coating of Stays On and stamp that. And get a nice image. There we go. And then I need to wait for that to dry, so I'm just going to put a little bit of heat on that just to dry it off, because I want to paint on top of the Stays On. And I don't want it to smudge before it's not dry. So the beauty of the sheet, it does actually take some heat, so just dry the ink off. And because it stays on, it will dry quite quickly. This is solvent-based ink. And then we want some of the lemon meringue and burning bonfire and a little Snow White. So what we're going to do is paint the wings in Snow White. Okay, just quickly do that. You don't want to spend too much time painting because you don't want to take the paint off underneath. Yeah, so just a thick layer of blue pie, and same on the other side. And go as long as you stay inside the lines if you can. That's it. Okay, so that's the wings done. And then you want a yellow body mixed with a little bit of the orange. The orange goes a long way, so you only need a tiny bit. So it just takes the yellow out. So what I do, I go all over the body. Then when you cut it out, it's going to look black. It'll be fairly even. You'll see why in a minute. So just quickly go over the body. Okay. It needs to be fairly thick, but the beauty of these paints are the fact there's no water in them, so they will dry fairly quickly, even on non-porous surfaces. There we go. So I tend to do on the bee little legs as well, so we're going to have a little bit of colour on those as well. Okay, so when that dries, you can see you've got the bee and the bee colour there, and it gives a bit faded, so it gives it a bit more naturalistic look. Okay, so what I might do is just have a little bit of extra there. Okay, and we'll leave that to one side to dry. Okay, let's move this back that way. Okay, and we'll bring our tag back, which has dried off a bit more now. So I'll just finish drying that off, and then we're just going to edge put an edge around this, a border around. Okay, so I'm going to get a piece of kitchen towel again, and just dab, and that's it. And we've got a nice distressed backing background there. Okay, so this time I'm going to be using the hashtag, the cross-hatching stamp. So I'm going to add a little bit of the brown, which is a hot cocoa, and spread that out again like that. And this time I'm not going to put it on a block, I'm just going to use it freehand, and then there we go. So just the edge, the outside. Just pick up your colour. And you can use the stamp just to further enhance that. So bit more on my brush, take a bit off. There we go. Okay. So when you're happy with that, okay, again, put the stamp in water just to wash it off later, and then you've got your background. And what you can do as well is clean your brush out and just add a little bit more porcelain on with a little bit of the teal, so a tiny bit of the teal, and then you have a mixture. And then what you can do is give it a little bit of a surface with, again, freehand without putting it on a block. This is the crazed stamp, so you just put little bits, again, just to add a little extra texture here and there. There we go. Okay. And that is your background stamp. And this is the B. When it's dry, and then you cut it out, but to save time, I've already done that. So that's the B dry, and then I've cut it out, and then just, you can see the translucency of there. You've got the Snow White, gives you that lovely translucent pearlescent, and then the body is nice and matte. So I bend the wings up, and he's ready to stick down. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put on a sentiment, and this is from the Mindfulness 1 stamp set, and it's Believe There Are No Limits But the Sky, which I thought was appropriate. So I'll just clear off the blue from that, and I need to add, and I'm going to stamp this in the hot cocoa paint. So just rub that, spread that across on the mat, and then I'm going to pick up the colour. So I've put this on, so I know that's a start. So I'm going to pick up the, and I'm going to stamp it across that side. So you've got half it there, and then I'm going to pick up more, and then the final bit of the phrase at the bottom underneath the B. Okay, and then I'm going to put the V there. Okay, if you do it, you could probably do it straight to the V. But anyway, that's like that. And then the B, I'm using hot glue. So I'm going to spread my hot glue over his body. And then I can position him in the centre of the tag, and I just hold him in place. So the hot glue sticks the B to the tag and also gives it a little bit of dimension. So that's, and then his wings comes up like that. Okay, well that's all it. And then to finish it off, we'll just add a little bit of tape. So let's bring that through. And there's our tag finished. Okay, so I'll leave you just with the tag and what I used. Thank you.